Okay. I guess it's recording now. So, hi. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. Not gonna lie, it's been. Uh, I think it's been days, but to me it feels like a very long time whenever I go for periods without uploading anything. So, yeah. I just wanted to record a quick, well, not really quick. I don't know how long this is gonna be because I don't have a script. I'm just talking spontaneously. I just wanted to ramble on about my life and give you all some updates about content, about myself, and a lot of other things, I guess. So, yeah, I hope all of you are doing well over there, and I'm really bad at these, but whatever. So, let's see. So for starters, I feel like I'm really not good at talking about my feelings, but okay, bear with me. I feel like I've been kind of slow with my audio grind lately. And I've been, not gonna lie, I've been really stressed out with YouTube and just trying to like meet deadlines or just get content out each week. It's been like a crazy grind, and I've been doing this for, it's funny because I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, and yet sometimes I feel like it's still such a challenge to do. And honestly, as you know, being a content creator, the creator, what? Being a content creator and just sticking to deadlines and grinding, it can really burn you out. And I know it's funny because I did have a vacation a couple of months ago, but yet the feeling of burnout really still lingers on. And I've been doing a lot of self reflecting and thinking about that. And I think I know as to why this is going on with me. So, I think, I think I recorded a ramble talking about this maybe like last year. But to fill you in if you don't know, the reason I started my YouTube channel and just started being a VA in general was I went through a really bad breakup around 2019. It was with a with a woman I've shit, sorry. Let me turn off my phone. I have my friends are reaching out to me, but I'm busy right now. All right, so 2019, I believe I had a really bad breakup with a woman I've been dating for 4 years. And in order for me to like, I was really really lonely. Like that was a very dark year in my life. And so I could cope up with the feelings of loneliness. I started listening to a lot of anime girlfriend ASMR. I was such a huge anime geek back then, so the anime girlfriend genre is self-explanatory. Um, and I guess like after listening to that, I thought to myself, because I didn't have much to do that time. I thought that maybe I could try doing boyfriend ASMR. Like it's a little fun side project to do. And I started doing that, and eventually I got really into it because I got really curious about voice acting. And as I learned more about voice acting, I started really falling in love with it. And it was just like a very fun passion project that I was doing on the side while I was working my job. And then after a couple of years, I was starting to make money through Patreon and doing a lot of adult related projects. So after that, I started I resigned from my previous job because the pay was so bad. My God. Don't work in the Philippines. The pay in the Philippines is so bad. But yeah, I resigned and I started doing this work full time. And well, a lot of things happened in between, but I've kind of reached a point where it hasn't felt fun anymore for me lately. And it's don't worry though, I'm not quitting. I'll get to that in a while. But it hasn't been fun lately, and it's kind of sad because sometimes I feel like I'm just chasing numbers instead of like making instead of like making content that I actually like to do. And it's really tough. It's really tough to find like a middle ground there because I really love voice acting. I've really fallen in love with acting. Acting is it's so fun for me. I like whenever I watch series right now, I because right now I'm like watching Stranger Things season 4 and House of the Dragon. If you haven't watched those shows, like I urge you to watch them. It's so fun. But I get so immersed into a show, and I get really mesmerized by an actor's performance if they do it like very well. Um, if you haven't watched Stranger Things season 4, again you should watch it. But Eddie Munson's actor Joseph Quinn just made like an extremely iconic performance in that show, and it's really stuck with me in my head. It His first scene lives in my head rent free. I cannot. It Watching him perform has like kind of ignited a spark of passion in my heart, and sometimes I would like recite his role for acting practice for fun, and it's really fun. And I like playing like rebellious bad boy characters in my audio, so it's self-explanatory as to why it resonates with me so much. But yeah, going back, it honestly feels hard sometimes because obviously with YouTube, you have to like chase the algorithm, chase trends. You gotta like make content that your audience likes, and I wanna like make content that uh you gals will love, obviously. However, I don't want to sacrifice too much of myself while doing it. Because I feel like that's kind of my mistake. I feel like I'm just trying to do whatever is the trend nowadays, and just to get those numbers. And it can be really draining. It can be really draining. It doesn't feel fulfilling sometimes to do that. And you might be thinking, well, Farron, you should just follow your heart and do what you love to do. But that's sometimes I try, but that also doesn't work well because I'm trying to make money from this. This is my main source of income after all. So it's tough because sometimes I feel like what I want to do might not be in line with what my audience wants. So I'm just trying to find that middle ground of something that both my audience will enjoy and something that I will also enjoy doing. Because it kind of feels ironic to me sometimes because I'm very experienced in this field now. I've been doing like a lot of practice and work and research, and my audio quality has gotten a lot better. My voice has gotten a lot better. I feel so confident in my voice and my acting right now. Excuse me. Had a very heavy dinner. Where was I? I feel so I feel so confident in my voice and my acting. My acting is like really, it's not perfect, but it's like way, 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 way better right now. And uh yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes like I feel like my content's a lot better, but I think I haven't been getting the views lately as compared to last year. I feel like maybe last year was my prime, and now I've kind of fallen short of that, and it's getting to me sometimes. Not gonna lie, it gets to me because you know uh well, I still am confident. I really mean that, but sometimes when I see like I don't get the numbers from that, from my recent audios, sometimes I feel like am I doing something wrong? Do I suck and I just don't know it? And I know that I'm good. I at least like feel that way, but I can't deny that I have feelings of self-doubt sometimes. And I know that it's not just me, because this is really something a lot of other content creators and VAs like myself also experience. So I guess back then I didn't know that was the thing, but I guess it's different when you experience it yourself. So yeah, because of that, I'm kind of in a limbo right now. I don't know how to proceed with that, and I'm just worried about it, I guess. But I feel, at least right now, I feel like I want to be more genuine as a person. And I'm going to talk about my personal life after that real quick. But yeah, I feel like I what? I feel like I value genuinity and authenticity more, and I want to put my heart and my creative, passionate soul into my work. But I'm still trying to get used to that because um, when you create content for 2 years of a certain genre, it's of course it's hard to do it in a different way compared to what you're used to. Um, and to It might be confusing as to why what's with this sudden shift in uh I'm not good at explaining my feelings at all. Oh my god. But yeah, I feel lost as a content creator, but at the same time I feel very clarified. Is that a word? I feel very good about myself as a person. So this year has been very slow with my YouTube channel and my content, in my opinion. But at the same time, this also has been one of the best years of my own personal life and personal development as a person. Because some of you may know that I did go on vacation. I did like take some time to find myself and rediscover myself. Because I've been having like a lot of problems, especially like last year. I've been dealing with a lot, and this year has just been me learning how to heal and how to like deal with my personal problems and how to just become a more mature person in general. I'm not sure if I've opened up about this in the past, but uh, yeah, maybe I should just say it. So, if you don't know, I grew up in a very, very abusive household as a kid. My childhood was not the best. I would even say that it was really messed up, and I went through a lot of trauma. And because of that, it made me not so good at handling problems later on in my life, especially as an adult. So, um, I I went through therapy in the beginning of this year. I work with two therapists, and I've been also like taking a lot of time to just research about mental illnesses in a way to better understand how I can solve my own problems and how to deal with them. And it's been a very, very life-changing experience. Which is why I really feel like a different person now as compared to who I was years ago, or maybe even last year. Like sometimes I would listen to to some of my audios last year, and I'm like, wow, that's me. Damn, I sound so different. But yeah, it's been very life changing and eye opening. I really remember like I can't say I was diagnosed with anything, but My both my therapists did say that I did show signs of trauma. That was actually like my main. They said that that's really the main issue or symptom or whatever that I have, and I'm not diagnosed again, so not claiming anything, but they did mention that it is possible that I deal with PTSD, that I could have that, but hmm, yeah, I'm not diagnosed, so I'm not sure, but I at least show problems of trauma, and I think trauma really was my main problem back then. I would have some really bad flashbacks over things I went through, and because of that, it would make me shut down, or sometimes I'd even lash out from like all like the built up emotions that I had, and oh my god, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. So uh, I had to do a lot of work on myself and a lot of reaching out, a lot of opening up, a lot of action, and I wouldn't say that I'm fully over it, but I've definitely made like a huge leap from the past, because I'm proud of myself, because at least compared to before, I obviously I still have problems. I still do deal with a lot of stuff, but I can handle my problems a lot better compared to the past version of me last year. And it really feels like a lot of progress. Last year I was so very depressed, and I had like a lot of mental breakdowns behind the scenes. It was crazy. And sorry if you hear dogs. Those dogs always fight at night. I don't know why. But yeah, I've been dealing with a lot, and I'm proud of myself for handling situations a lot better now. And also, I'm a lot healthier both mentally and physically. This year has been I have been so physically active. I cannot believe it sometimes. I've been going to the gym very consistently. I've also been cycling a lot, and on my vacation I went scuba diving for the first time, and that was a very magical experience. Like I can't even explain how beautiful marine life looks up close. But yeah, I've it's very surprising for me, because for 24 years of my life I lived like a complete and utter couch potato. And this year I've been moving forward slowly but surely. I've been very physically active, and I've also been very been building on my own mental health. Been very mentally healthy this year, and I've been learning how to be more genuine too. I remember when this one very interesting phrase or statement from my therapist. Her name was Jill. Very nice woman. She told me that a person suffering from trauma. Sorry. A person who's suffering from trauma, what happens is like a past version of themselves could end up manifesting or living inside of that person's psyche. So what happens is it's that past that traumatized version of that person could be the person who's piloting and doing all the actions. And because of that, it blocks your genuine and authentic self from actually coming out and interacting with the world. And back then I wasn't sure if that was true or not, but around maybe 10 months later, after going through all of that treatment and self-healing, I can really say that wow, it's amazing, because I really I feel so different. I feel like I've finally like woken up from a nightmare, or maybe something on the in the lines of that. I feel more confident in myself. I feel more optimistic about my life and the future. Like my channel's going slow right now, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I hope things work out. I feel like I can figure it out, but it might take time. So I'm just hoping for the best, that somehow I can find a good middle ground that makes me happy genuinely and makes you gals happy too. Cause I really want to make you happy, baby girl. Sorry, I'm a flirty guy, I know. But yeah, I feel like I'm finally learning how to be me unapologetically. Years ago, or hell, I could even say last year, I was so insecure about myself. I had very little self esteem, and I was always so hungry for people's validation. It was so bad. And I guess, after going through a year of learning how to love yourself and how to take care of yourself, a lot of things really change your perspective. You realize that you can handle things. You realize that you can stand up strong, and that it's okay to be sad, that it's okay to feel angry or sad over the past, but you can handle it in healthier ways. And I guess if you're going through similar things, if you're dealing with problems, well, to be honest, I've never met a person who's never had problems before. So if you're dealing with hardships right now, I want to let you know that it's gonna be okay. Honestly, life's hard. Can we all just stop and admit that life is so fucking hard? Like, oh my god, there's so many problems to deal with, so much, especially with the rise of mental illnesses right now. Understandable because, not all of us are lucky to grow up in stable households, or not all of us receive the love and attention that we deserve. And love is such a luxury. Being cared for by someone genuinely, that is such a luxury. And not having that in your life can really, really do stuff to you. I know it well because I've really dealt with that a lot before. And if you're dealing with that too, I can sympathize with you, but I want to let you know that it's okay. Don't give up on hope. Things can always be better. Okay? You got this. Okay. So, I digress. Yeah, so basically I feel like my self-discovery journey this year has been very good. I feel a lot better, and my problem right now really is that I feel healthy, I feel confident, I feel great, but I have no idea how to run my channel right now, because I've been so used to the formula I've been doing for 2 years, and now that I feel like I've changed and grown, I feel like my content's gonna change in a way too, to a certain extent. And I guess moving forward, I'm still trying to figure out how I can approach this as the person I am today. So I'm gonna burp again. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. I had a really heavy dinner. But yeah, yeah, I'm probably gonna start figuring out how to do things, because sometimes I feel like doing anime related work or related voices can, it used to be so fun before when I was new to it, but sometimes, oh my god, it feels so generic and boring for me now. Honestly, right now I'm really inspired by the shows that I watch. So like Stranger Things and House of the Dragon. And acting from like live action series, it's so different compared to anime. And I guess right now I'm really feeling for a more realistic type of approach. But at the same time, I kind of want to like go, what's the word? I kind of want like make stuff that's different too. Maybe a bit, I don't know. I don't want to say weird. That's not how I think. Maybe something of a more unique approach. I kind of want to put my own personality and identity as an individual into my work. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, and I'm still in the middle of thinking, or like thinking of how to integrate my own style and personality into my audio. So I do apologize if I do take a while. A lot of things have changed in my life, and right now I'm just trying to figure things out moving forward. So yeah. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So I've been discovering myself, and the biggest and most interesting thing I've found out is that I'm actually a very extroverted guy. And that's very surprising because well, at least back then, I used to be so shy and not so talkative. But I don't know, maybe that was just my traumatized self who was piloting my mind at that time. But nowadays, I feel so extroverted. Like, I actually crave to talk to people. And sometimes I've been also really hanging out with a lot of people. I've made a lot of new friends too these days, and I always try my best to like hang out or go out at least like once or twice a week and just vibe around and go around. Actually, I've been really craving to start going to parties. I was not a party guy before, but now I feel like if this pandemic starts to lift and things get easier, I think I'd start partying again or going to clubs and stuff and try to have fun for that. But yeah, I'm a very extroverted guy, and sometimes I feel like I'm kind of disconnected from my own audience on YouTube and a bit from Patreon. And I kind of want to, for my patrons, I feel like I've said this before, but I do apologize for taking a long time. I'm still figuring things out, to be honest. But I do want to be more interactive, and I do want to like create an environment where we can interact as myself and all you gals. So I'm thinking maybe I'd try streaming. I'm not sure though, because it's new territory for me, but at least that's one of the ideas I'm thinking about. This isn't like an announcement or anything, it's just like something in my mind that maybe I might experiment with in the future. Or I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see. And yeah, I want to make things more fun for everyone here and with my content too. So, I don't know if I said everything. Let me check my notes real quick. Um, yeah, so I think that's everything I needed to say. If you've listened this long, thank you so much. I honestly really appreciate that. It's the amount of support I have is very heartwarming, and it honestly really helps me to move forward. My life has really changed thanks to your support, and also to my patrons who are listening. Thank you so much. I never would have afforded therapy if it weren't for your support. So, part of the reason as to why I'm mentally healthy right now is because of your support. So, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And anyway, yeah, so thank you for your support. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next, but I'll figure something out eventually. And we'll see from there moving forward. Sorry about the car noises. So yeah, I hope you're doing well over there. I hope you're enjoying life. And if not, then it's okay. You can take time, you can take all the time you need to figure life out, because life doesn't end when you reach 30. I'm 25, by the way. So yeah, you take care over there and be safe, baby. Take care. Love you.